Hey, what's up, traders? Brian Horton with BK Trading Academy. Have you ever wondered how to actually trade the news? Fundamental trading. Well, hey, I'm going to show you in this video really quickly how you can actually use that. I'll give you a couple of sites that you can refer to when you're trading it and what to look out for. So we're going to back test just a couple of pairs from today, and I will show you step by step how you can actually trade it or how you can actually wait or anticipate what's going to happen. So let's go ahead and dive right into it.
Yeah, I know I got problems, and I don't know where to go. I don't wanna put the blame on you.
All right, guys, so there are a couple of sites that we like to refer to. The most common site that we use with our academy that I think that will be significant for you is forexfactory.com. So forexfactory.com is specifically for Forex, and we typically look at this to determine which currency pair will be affected before we even trade. You don't want to just trade based off of price action and technical analysis. You want to make sure that nothing is going to impact your currency pair. So if you're looking at GBP CAD, for example, you're like, this is at a nice price, I'm ready to buy, pull the trigger. And don't look at this right here. You have an orange folder and it has average earnings index. That can actually make your trade go the opposite way. So let's go ahead and figure out how to use this website to our advantage. So number one, today is December 12th. I don't know when you're going to look at this recording, but today is December 12th. And at 6:30 my local time, we have USD news. Now we're specifically looking for red folders here. Red folders mean high impact folders, meaning that it can affect your currency at a high impact. So one thing that I like to do here, this filter tab here, is click here, and you can click or unclick whatever you want to. So I want to click red folder for high impact. I also want to see my medium impact for orange, and I want to see my low impact here. You don't have to click this gray folder, or you can just take off yellow or take off orange. Whatever you want to do is up to you. But I like to look at my high impact. I like to look at my medium impact and even my low impact. Okay. I'm going to hit apply filter here, and now it's saved. And then what I want to do at least a day before, at least 24 hours before, I want to look at today's date, which is December 12th, and I want to look at all of the pairs that can be impacted. What stands out to me was this GBP. We have a claimant court change. This is high impact news. And what I like to do is click this detail folder right here, and it will tell me exactly what this is. So it will say actual less than forecast is good for the currency. So that means that right here, this is the forecast number at 20.3K. All right, this here actual is not there at the time. So you want to wait until 12 a.m. midnight at my time to see exactly if it's going to come higher than forecast or lower than forecast. If it comes in right here, it says actual less than forecast is good for the currency. So if it comes in less than 20,000.3K, then it's good for the currency. And that means that every GBP pair should rise. If it begins with GBP, it should rise. If it ends with GBP, it should fall. So you should know the difference between the two. Now let's look at USD. We have USD CPI month to month, and we have USD CPI Y to Y, which is year to year. And we have the core CPI M to M. So what you typically want to look at is this here. Remember, the actual isn't there before 6:30. All right. So we're looking at the news before 6:30 to figure out what's going to happen. And so you want to have this website up before 6:30 happens, and you want to have your chart up as well to figure out how you're going to trade or if you're going to trade. So the forecast here is what the big traders look at, the statistics. They kind of give us a stat as to if it's going to grow or decrease. So they gave us 0.3%. For the month to month, they gave us 0.0%, and the CPI is 3.1%. That's what they forecasted. Okay. Now the actual is going to be different, and it comes in right at 6:30 my local time, which is 8:30 EST. So you want to click the detail folder here. Let's look at CPI month to month. I'm going to click the detail folder, and it says usual effect. It says actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. So if this number comes in greater than what was forecasted, it's good for the United States dollar, which means that if a pair begins with the United States dollar, it's going to rise. So let's look at a USD pair. We're going to look at United States CAD. Remember, that took place at 6:30 my local time. So I'm going to find 6:30 here. I'm going to find the 6:30 candle. Let's circle it. So right at the bottom of my trading view, this is the 6:30 candle right here. This is where it started. And then as I move, you can see how price continued to rise, right? So this continued to grow as the news came in at 6:30 my local time. Let's do another pair here. Let's look at USD Chef and let's find 6:30 my time here. Here's the 6:30 candle right here. It started right here. From this red candle, it transferred right here. And then you can see price shot to the upside and it continued to grow. And it grew for at least 30 minutes or so. So if you are anticipating price going higher, then you want to go ahead and buy at that particular time. I advise not to hold for too long. It's completely up to you, your risk tolerance, your account balance, and a whole bunch of other factors you want to take into account. However, you can see that looking at news, I was able to predict for price to rise simply because Forex Factory said it grew 0.1% higher than what was forecasted. So you want to go ahead and click the detail tab and see what actually happens. So actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. So this one came in the exact same. So it's not good and it's not bad. But the reason why it did grow was because of the month to month here, right? So if the year to year grew at the same time, then it would have been a little bit more volatile as price went higher. So that's all you want to do. I like to also look at this website here, tradingeconomics.com. More and often, this site shows more than forexfactory.com. It may show other things that are happening with the currency than others. However, I like to use this with stocks as well. You can even look at the interest rate. So Japan has the lowest interest rate in the world as negative 0.1%. Switzerland is the next at 1.75%, and so on and so forth. But what you would want to do is go to tradingeconomics.com/country list, or you can just go to tradingeconomics.com. You want to click calendar, and then it will give you each time what's happening with all the currencies. So even your exotic currencies, minor currencies, major currencies, you will see all kind of currencies here from Brazil to India to Mexico to Russia, United States, and so on and so forth. You can even go to your country list here and select countries that you want to include, like Finland and Moldova, and so on and so forth, Morocco. And you can take off countries that you don't want and hit save, and it should update in your list there. So that's pretty much it, guys. We use forexfactory.com and other websites like tradingeconomics.com to determine how we're going to enter or exit, or if we're going to trade at all. You don't want to trade based off of forecast alone because it can definitely come in different than actual. Now, if the forecast was way higher than what was previously listed here, then you may want to go ahead and buy or sell. I don't want to overload you with too much information, but this is just the basics of how to trade fundamentals using a couple of websites. Let me know in the comments if you understood it, if you have questions at all. And guys, remember, email us directly at hello@briankenyahorton.com. The email is in the description below. If you want a discount or a promo code for our academy, for a lifetime subscription to our academy, we would love to welcome you guys. And be sure to trade safe, specifically around the holidays because volatility is really low. Also, remember, guys, we have a new stock academy. I'm going to list that below as well. If you're interested in joining the Discord, there's a Discord link in the description below as well. And be sure to subscribe to our Stock Academy YouTube channel as well. I will also link that in this video below too. You guys have a safe holiday and God bless you.